Alright, so we're just going to have a little bit of graphic glitch delay here at the start of the game. This will clear up in a couple of seconds, so I'm just going to edit this part of the video out. If you are watching this, just check back in a few hours if you want to see it edited out. Otherwise, I'm going to start here in a couple of seconds anyways. So you can just wait a few seconds and we will get going. Welcome everybody, my name is MrLlama and today I am bringing you a ZVZ between EGMachine, the pink Zerg spawning down in the bottom left corner, and LiquidRet, the blue Zerg spawning up in the top right corner. And these players have been playing in their groups, okay, so this is at a tournament. I'm not quite sure which tournament exactly this is from, maybe MLG Winter Arena. I'm not exactly sure, I'd have to check the stats to see what Ret 3-0'd his group in, but they are just practicing in between games right now. They have played, I believe, about 6 games already of practice. This is like their 7th game, something like that, and I decided to pick up one of their games as these are two good players and look like a decent game to watch. So they are on Shakuras Plateau and spawning cross positions. So a decently long rush distance, and by the time you see units poking out of your opponent's base, you should be able to get a whole round of units warped in of your own. And fast expansions are very common on this map, so you have to also be careful, though, of course, of very early pools, as you will see both of those. So a lot of times you'll see players go for that 15 hatch, and then somebody else go for the 6 pool. I know at least when I ladder, I get that a lot, so usually I will do an early drone scout, simply because a lot of 8 pools, 7 pools, 6 pools do happen to me on this map, especially when I hatch first. So it looks like we have LiquidRet going for the 14-14, while EGMachine going to go ahead and take the hatch first. So EGMachine should be able to have the slight economic lead here. However, LiquidRet can easily get back into it, and the magic number for those Ret fans is 2 drones. As long as LiquidRet can kill off 2 drones or force 2 drones to be made into lings, he will be ahead in this game. So that is the magic number to look for. Of course, that is assuming that he does take an expansion, sometimes 16 expansion or 21 expansion, depending if he wants to get that queen out right now and speed, or if he wants to delay those a tiny bit. I think if you don't get the queen, then you can get your 21 or your 16 hatch, but if you get the queen, then you take it a little bit later, as you want to pump out a few lings as well. So we'll see if he does that, or if he goes for some sort of Baneling all in 14-14. Bling all in. So we'll have to see exactly what he decides there. And is the Roach Bane push common now? EGMachine is asking. So we'll have to see if he is going to possibly do that, or if he's wondering if LiquidRet has been doing that, or it's possible that LiquidRet did that in the last game that they played. And so he's just questioning right there. And here we go, the drone sent out. So yes, he will be dropping down a 21-22 hatch. So getting that hatch when he has those 300 minerals right there, and the lings now pushing out across the map here for LiquidRet. And as I said before, kill off 2 drones or get 2 drones ahead. That is what he needs to do. So as you can see, 3 drones behind right there. He will have an 18th drone pretty soon, I would imagine. Yep, there's the 18th drone. And what is going to happen? A few lings are being made, so 8 lings actually made their 4 machine, while Ret has only made the 4 lings, so he's already forced the additional 2 lings, and actually he's forced even more lings than that. So we have 4 more lings on the way, 2 more lings on the way. So how many lings are out on the field? 8 lings on the field with 2 on the way? No, so just 8 lings. So that right there, as well as the Spinecrawler investment and the Baneling Nest investment, as we do not have a Spinecrawler that has gone down yet for LiquidRet, should put him in the lead. Yes, so he is going to get that economic lead. As you can see, the 3 drones, as his opponent did overreact to that a little bit, getting out a lot of lings, getting down that Spinecrawler, and now LiquidRet has the speed as well. And is he going to get any more drones to further his lead? No, it does not look like it. Looks like he's going to possibly have to pull out, going to morph some Banelings, I would imagine, as soon as that Baneling Nest finishes. So we'll have to see if EGMachine does scout that and goes over there for those Banelings will be able to morph, and it looks like an Overlord going to get there in time. Sees those Banelings starting to morph, and he will be able to clean that up. Meantime, speed just finishing right now for EGMachine. 10 seconds till that is done. And so he will no longer have to deal with speedlings running all over, but as we see, 29-20 in the worker count. And LiquidRet able to really just get an advantage there as EGMachine being very defensive, as you have to a lot of times with that 15 hatch, unless you're going for some sort of Ling all-in. And 2-for-2 Baneling trade right there, so that's not going to be effective at all. But Rhett's still ahead in that worker count, and EGMachine just now gained a droning, but a lot of drones being produced from Rhett. And if we look once again at the worker count, yes, he is still ahead in that drone count. And also has 2 gases to his opponent's 1, so it looks like he's going to be extremely gas intensive and getting a lair as well. I completely looked at that and didn't even say anything. Yes, so he is going for a very, very fast lair and taking his additional 2 gases, so in my mind this says Muta play completely. This is Mutalisk at all, so if you are a Zerg player and you scout, hey, 4 gases by 7:30, be prepared for Mutalisk. Infestors are of course also a gas-heavy, gas-intensive unit, but usually you do not see infestors purely being made, and so if he's investing this many drones into gas at this point in the game, he wouldn't be able to really invest in roaches and infestors, and that would just be a strange kind of army composition for him there, so it looks like he will be going for the mutas, I would imagine. In the meantime, EGMachine getting an Evo Chamber and a Roach Warren, so he is going for the Roachling, possibly Roach Bane, while his opponent is teching up to the Spire there. Yes, so we do see the Spire going down right now. And I love this wall here for EGMachine, simply because what is it in ZVZ that you hate when you go roaches? I will tell you right now, if you're not a Zerg player, it is Ling run-bys. And you know that actually as all players you hate Ling run-bys. So what best counteracts Ling run-bys? Banelings do, of course, and walls. So if you just set up a few Banelings right here, maybe a little roach wall, line up right there, you can send out most of your roaches to attack and then still have this wall and a few Banes right here so that you will be safe just in case he tries to go for some sort of counter. It looks like EGMachine scouting out for any sort of fast third, but no, there is not a fast third at all. However, I don't think that Machine has scouted this Spire going down either. No, EGMachine has some of the terrible scouting. And an Overlord now just popping out, so LiquidRet going to start preparing as he sees a lot of roaches here, and yep, there go the Spine Crawlers, so a lot of Spine Crawlers have been thrown down. He also has these Mutalisk that will be popping out fairly soon. As soon as the Spire finishes, he'll be able to start morphing in Mutalisk, and they will be able to get up in time by the time this push hits. I would imagine some Banelings being morphed in behind this. Are there any additional Ling Banes? I would imagine he would have more Banelings to deal with those Spine Crawlers. I'm not quite sure. So a lot of Spine Crawlers and Banelings do huge damage to Spine Crawlers, but unfortunately this many Spine Crawlers will be extremely tough for our player EGMachine to break, and there's some more Banelings being morphed in right there, a lot more Banelings on the way, some Lings to come in, so this is pretty much an all-in hit. If you look at the Harvester count, it is in favor of LiquidRet, and the Mutalisk are out, so the Mutalisk is going to be able to start focusing down these roaches, and they should be focusing down the Banelings as well, I would imagine, as that is exactly what you do not want hitting your spines. And yes, beautiful micro there, beautiful focus by Rhett to really just have a smart play right there and focus on all those Banes so they cannot get the hits off on the Spine Crawlers, especially if they would get in there. They could blow all of those spines up fairly easily. And that is going to be a huge crushing blow by Rhett right there. So he's just going to really put his opponent EGMachine down in a bad position, and Spore Crawlers now going up all over the place. So look at how many Spore Crawlers have gone down. That's 10 Spore Crawlers. That is 10 drones that he just had to invest in Spore Crawlers right there. So he's going to be joined up behind this. But Rhett able to take a third, as now he has map control. He's going to start picking off these Overlords, which may be able to supply block EGMachine is just trying to get these Overlords back there as fast as he can. Will the Mutos be able to get in there and snipe it? It looks like they're going to go after the main here, possibly try and snipe some Spores and a Queen, but there are a lot of Spores, and this is not what you want to engage. No, he's going to back out and head over here, and free Overlords, hello. So 3 Overlords should be able to go down right here. He's going to easily supply block him, and boom, that is huge supply block. Baneley is going to be pushing in as well for Red, so these Banes just going to push right past the screens, right past these Spine Crawlers, and decent hit right there. Definitely could have split them up a lot better. There were about 8 Banelings that exploded on about 8 drones, but that is once again going to hurt his opponent, keep him down in that harvest count, which is exactly what he wants to do. And now he is investing in the Evo Chamber, getting that Roach Warren down so he can start moving into Roaches, which is exactly what he wants to do. He does have a big Muta Ball right here, but if his opponent can get the Infestors out, which he has that Infestation Pit already done, Pathfinder Clan's just getting researched. If he can get Infestors out, and let's say you're LiquidRet, and you get 40 Mutalisk, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm king, I have 40 Mutas, I'm so far ahead in supply. And then 8 infestors come out and fungal all of your mutas to death, well, then that has just completely evened up the game, even though, yes, he would have his third there already established. And look at this little drone over here just picking away, so he's going to be able to get one drone right there, possibly a second, 2 drones for that single ling, so well done there by Machine. And you know what, it's the little battles that get you back into the game, so I love that play by Machine, and I don't think Rhett was too happy about that. Queens down here, now going to start spreading creep. He does have the 4 queens, and there's Rhett saying, did he kill 2 dang drones? So he is not the happiest with that boss thing, and yeah, so Rhett not happy. I love the creep spread right here, using the overlords to expand that creep from 3rd to natural, as that is exactly what you want to do as any player. Is consistently just connect all of your bases with creep. It allows you to get anywhere faster, especially for your queens, which can take forever to walk when they are not on the creep. So a lot of roaches being built up for Rhett right here, and it looks like the infestors have now popped out for EGMachine. Will he be able to get Mutalisk? Just 1. So 1 Mutalisk going to go down. But a lot of mutas still on the field here. He just has to be careful to not lose these to all these infestors, as there are a lot of infestors on the field. Not many roaches, though, at all for EGMachine to really deal with this. So it looks like EGMachine just going to push out with everything he has. He knows that this is pretty much the end of the game. He's going to have to get some really boss fungals down. Hopefully, hope his opponent has a ton of mutas clumped up, but it looks like we have a split going on there by LiquidRet. Smart play. The roach is going to push in. Big fungal growths go down on the roaches over there, so he's going to be able to hurt a lot of those. But I do not think it will be enough, and Rhett is going to easily be able to push and start picking off all these mutas, all these queens. The infested Terrans being lobbed, but that is a desperation attempt, and EGMachine going to have to GG out of this game. LiquidRet going to be able to take it, so well done by Rhett right there. And he actually was the winner of a lot of their practice games. So Rhett has great ZVZ, and EGMachine, unfortunately, going to have to work on his a little bit more. 15 hatch opener just really wasn't able to gain that economic lead that he needed, as his opponent decided to drone up behind those lings, and EGMachine really overmade the defenses. He really prepared for some sort of big all-in, so it's possible that he was metagaming Rhett from previous games, but Rhett unfortunately went economical build, fast mutas, and was able to really take that game. So GG, well played there by both players. And I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Feel free to subscribe if you did. I do a lot of casting. I also do commentary and analysis with my Inside the Minds of Masters series, so feel free to check that out. And I hope you enjoyed. Mr. Llama out.